Good evening all. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. One of the Motley crew is in the background. Don't know why that's not working, but we'll turn it on. So we're waiting for Terry, but we decided to carry on, and we're a little bit late because we're in camera trouble. But we're not going to mention it.
Trouble up mill, lad. Trouble up mill.
Trouble up mill. Right, so thank you, Brian, as always, over here to keep me on the keep me on the straight and narrow. Like we say, we're waiting for the second part of the dynamic duo, and I'm sure he will be in when I bet he's feeding his face. I bet he's having his tea. That's the problem.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Either that or he's fell over a bottle of wine. So anyway, right.
That's that. He's just forgotten.
Well, he's old and dementia.
He's getting a bit old.
So anyway, welcome to everybody who's come over and joined us. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. And welcome to, there was a new gentleman in the chat, Alan. I can't remember your second name, sir. But welcome, Alan. Hope you enjoy. Hope we don't, we won't offend you. But sometimes people, they can be a little bit, in the chat, they can be a little bit aggressive. But they're fine.
You never know.
They're fine. But anyway, welcome over to the channel. Hope you enjoy. So we're finishing off the piece I started 2 weeks ago. We didn't finish it off last Friday because it was Battle of the Makers. So we're going to finish it off tonight. I have actually hollowed it out. But I will say I got a little bit happy. I don't know if you can see on that camera. Let me bring it on that
Switch
camera.
the lights off. Switch the lights off.
All right, I'll turn the lights off. I will say I got a little bit happy hollowing it out. I don't know if you can see the light down the bottom there. There you go, look. So it's a little bit thin down the bottom there, so we're going to be a little bit careful down the bottom. But we're not going to actually...
Steve, apparently we've got an echo.
Oh, have we?
Apparently, Michelle just shouted at me from the sitting room.
Right, okay.
Got an echo.
Right, they won't hear you now, so we've got an echo. Right, try that now. Should be all right now.
I don't know. Is that any better now?
They're a few seconds behind, aren't they?
Somebody can let me know if it's okay. Well, Michelle will. She'll shout at me from the sitting room. If it's not.
Right. So yeah, you know why that was, because when we bring you on the screen, remember the other week you there was no audio through, so I added a audio source so they could hear you.
All right.
And obviously I turned it on tonight, so that's perhaps why they echoed when you was on screen. No echo from Brian on this camera. That's good. Right. So that's what the problem.
Well, that's good then.
So what it is, I'll just nip back in a second. When Terry comes in, I'll cancel that audio source for that camera. So anyway, so this is all finished on the outside. It's sanded. It's all hollowed out inside. It's perhaps about, from there to there, it's about 6 to 8 mil thick. So I'm not going to go no thinner than that, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to put a band in there, and then I'm going to texture this piece here. And then we're going to colour the whole piece black. And then I'm going to dry brush some bronze or copper look on there and around the neck as well, just to give a little bit of detail, and then we're going to part it off. So I will go over to the lathe and
Terry's coming. We'll
is
be here in a minute.
Okay.
Yep.
Excuse me. I'm going to put a bigger line in the bottom here so we've got a bit more room, and then I'm going to start getting ready to texture it. So while I'm doing that, Brian, if you would like to welcome everybody in, that would be great.
I will see what I can do about that. Let's just have a look at see who's on the participants list. Oh, there's loads of people in tonight. Wow. There's 51 people watching already, Steve.
Wow, thank you very much, everybody.
So we have Andrew from AJK Woodworks, Alan Beeresford, Barry from Wood Creations, Dave Oatley, David J. Heath, the Gilbert Carpenter, James Crawford, Kev at 9K Creations, Matthew Lawrence is in, Michelle's in because she shouted at me already, so I know she's in. Norman Greenwell, Pat Cummings, Paul Houghton, the Greasby Turner, James Crawford. Oh, there's people jumping in here all the time. 67 watching now, Steve.
Wow.
Oh dear.
They come over because of the really fine sanding, that's what it is.
That must be what it is. I wouldn't go too close to it. Oh my God. You're brave going down there.
She'll be fine.
Richard Fieldington, Robert Brothwood, Roy the Boy, hi Roy, Shane Hurst, Steve Hale, Susie the Swiss Woodturner, Todd at Glencoe Woodworks, Ward Wilson, Wee Val at Techel Turnings, Wesley Hanna, William Kenny's in, Wood Wizardy by Colin. And that's everybody who's on the participants list, but there's a whole lot more names in than that. So who have we missed? Mr. Barry Chetty's in, did I say that? I think I did. We catch up with the bottom of the chat. Right, if I've missed your name out, guys, just stick your name at Kevin K Creation says Emmerdale must be finished. I'm not so sure that's what kept him. I think he's been eating his dinner actually. He must have had a late-ish dinner. Got the Blue Light Turners in. Laurie's in.
Right, so that's just give me a bit of a gap there. So I'm just going to remove some of that with a spindle bowl gouge. Get rid of some of that out of the way.
Michelle says the football's on. Yeah, that'll be right. Not many football supporters in here, I don't think.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I'm more interested in the football.
Only
Only
just slightly, I suppose.
Thanks for that, Brian.
It's all right, mate. Anytime. So we discovered we decided this wood was a piece of holly.
Yeah, but a couple of people messaged me and said it was holly. Whether it was or not,
we weren't sure. Oh, Mark Stratton's in.
Hi, Mark. So I'm just going
to. So if Mark's in, Jennifer must be close by. I would say. I didn't see Jennifer's name, did I? Anywhere on my list? No, I can't go back far enough to find if she was in early or not. Brian with the Y's in as well.
Hi, Brian. Right, so just a gentle rub of sandpaper on the bottom there. Just a gentle rub.
Yeah, very gentle. For goodness sake, don't be using 80 grit. That's for sure.
No. Just basically to get rid of that, or just sand that up.
Brian Green's in. Hi, Brian. From Greenhaven Creations.
Good evening.
Is that a new channel name for you, Brian, is it?
It's an extractor, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Usually helps when you're sanding. Todd at Glencoe Woodworks. Did I say Todd was in?
Yes, I
don't know if I did. But I'm saying it now anyway. Oh, there's 3 Brians in tonight, is there? Brian Green, me, and Brian with the Y.
All right, so last one, 400 grit. All right, so that's finished up to 400 grit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to texture this first.
So Alex from Wood and Things has just joined us. He says, "Good evening, all." Hi, Alex.
So I'm going to use a tennis ball just to put in there, just to give it a little bit of support. I don't know, very level. Well, I wouldn't be, wouldn't it? Because I moved the headstock the other day.
Oh, you did not.
I didn't line it back up.
No.
That means I've got to take this out to line it all back up.
It does, but you better line it up because it'll be trouble at mill if you don't.
Aye. Right, put that in there. Bring that down.
Mark Williams is in. He says, "Evening all. Greetings from Turkey."
Oh,
well,
Don't you just love when people come in
Mark?
and rub it in that they're in
Well,
nice
what
hot?
are you doing in Turkey, Mark?
I'd say he's on holiday.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's an assumption too far. Maybe he's moved. Maybe he lives there all the time. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just being too nosy. I don't know. But anyway, ask the question, so maybe he'll tell us.
Right, so should be able to line that back up now.
Oh, Gav from Today Woodwork is in. Hi, Gav.
Right, Gav, how you doing, mate? Thanks to everybody for coming over.
The number of people watching on my screen keeps jumping up and down. It's like it's a 57 now. I don't know what's going on there.
So tennis ball is just basically to keep the support in this end, because obviously it's quite thin there. And when I put pressure on here, I don't want it to snap. So we'll just put a little bit of pressure on that.
Well, Mark, oh, look, here's Terry.
Here he is.
Mark Williams has just said, let's check. Cocktails? Pool? No, it's definitely a holiday. Good man. Good man, Mark. Enjoy it, buddy. Hello, Terence.
Good evening,
Okay, I had
sir.
to read the chat. Okay, I had to read the chat.
Oh, no,
we
don't want two. We don't want two Brians. We don't want two Brians.
Why don't you want two Brians? There's absolutely nothing wrong with two Brians.
Terry O'Brien.
Stereo Brian. So anyway, welcome, Terry.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Steve. Sorry about that. Got way late.
Right, where are we going? What was we on? What camera was we on? Oh, there.
You shouldn't have such a big dinner, Terry. Just have a light snack.
That was
a great big dinner.
That was the washing up. That was what held him off.
Oh, that's
too much work.
All right, so let's just focus this camera.
But Barry's Wood Creation says, for a question for Steve, he says, has the crack in the base got any bigger?
No.
It looks like it has.
No, that's what no. That one was already there. That's the one I filled in, the one I CA'd, which is that one there. That's still perfectly sealed.
Okay.
So, right. So just focus this in.
That's good then.
So everybody can see what's going on.
Speeding.
Right, so what we're making.
It's a hollow form, Terry.
It's the same piece we started a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Steve has got a little over enthusiastic with the hollowing, and just about an inch from the bottom, there's a little band where you can see the light through it.
Oh, nice.
So it's moved a little bit.
I did tell him not to stick the torch in it, but he did.
Well, that proves you can do it thin without going through the side.
Correct.
Yeah, but it'd been nice if that was all the same, but it's not.
Yeah.
Hi, Shane. Shane Hurst is in, guys.
So,
good evening, everybody.
Because it's moved, as you can see, if I put a line in, the line's going to be two different depths in it. So, I'm not going to put a line in it.
Has it moved by a whole lot?
Yeah, quite a bit. Still quite green when I've done it.
Okay.
So what I'll do is...
Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
I'll try.
Dave suggested. So, who's going to talk here? You or me? I mean, get a grip.
You talk. You're the important one here.
I'll talk. You need to listen. Dave Oaty says Terry was late because he's booking his next holiday.
Yeah, going on Sunday.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're only allowed holidays from Tuesday to Sunday. That's it. Right. Steve, tell us what you're going to do now.
Right, so because this moved, as you can see, it's moved quite a bit. You can see it's moved quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve it, and I'm going to try and keep inside these lines with the carver. Now this is the Proxon. Can you see that? Yeah, the Proxon carver. I haven't had this very long. I only used it a couple of times. I made a big mistake. Well, I didn't make a big mistake. The first time I used it was on a live demo, and it actually went quite well actually. But anyway. I'm using the V carve piece. I don't know if you can see that, can you? Just a little V. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and keep in these lines and try and make some sort of pattern there. If we have to, we will do a continuous V all the way around there, but we'll see what we can come up with. So, and this is quite quiet. That's now turned on. You can hardly hear it. and it won't really make any noise until you actually push on it.
It's a nice bit of kit by the look of it.
So the tip doesn't actually vibrate until you actually engage it into the wood.
Like a Kango hammer.
Yeah, that's
It
it.
just sends a Kango, yeah. Same idea. Had to shut my office door there because Matthews just came down the stairs and he's making a bit of a racket.
Makes a change from Michelle, I suppose.
You mean it makes a change from Mickey? Is that what you're saying?
Mickey.
Ooh,
Mickey.
they're off, Michelle.
I see she's in the chat, so I thought.
Look at that. Look how easy that is to carve with.
Nice bit of kit that, look.
Oh, I must look up one of them. Just why he needs another new tool, isn't it?
I'll tell you what I got, actually.
What have you got, mate?
It must have been about 15, 16 years ago now. You know the Dremel?
Yes.
The long wire on it.
Oh yeah.
I bought an Axminster. Well, Axminster sold them. Variable speed, and they got a long sort of wire that you can put a drill. You put all carving tools in, and that's got a V tool on it. And it's got like a meter long carving thing, on the Kango hammer on the end. It's brilliant. From Axminster.
That's not nice. They're not that expensive. £157.
See if Axminster still do theirs with the. It's like the Dremels you get, but it's Axminster's version. But it comes with this long, like endoscopic tube.
Does it just rotate? Does it just rotate?
Actually does. It does that as well. What Steve's doing.
Does
now.
it? Okay.
Comes with a set of carving tools as well. Carving ends.
That's not very good. Why am I on eBay? I didn't want to go eBay. Go away. Props on carving tool.
Easy work of that, Steve. It's good.
Yeah, it's quite soft, isn't it? So.
There's one on. Is that one got a cable, Steve? Yeah.
Got what?
Cable. It's not battery operated.
No, it's electric.
It's electric. £124 off Amazon today. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Oh, I might be able to afford one of those.
Oh, and you got 38 stone behind it pushing it. Gonna work, make it easy, isn't it?
38 stone. Who do you think's operating this? You or me?
Steve.
Oh, Steve. All right. Okay.
36.5 actually. Brave, you're going to criticise.
That's shocking. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that. Well, you get a nice. Oh, the blades are expensive though.
Dave will be still keeping the side up, look. Brian.
A set of 5 blades is £41.40 for that.
Dave Odie's still keeping the side up, Brian.
Good.
Good as your lady wife here. You said it was £12.99, wasn't you? £12.99.
I did say that. That's what I said. £12.99.
The thing is, people, I tell my wife exactly how much my tool is.
Yeah, that's because you're afraid to go drop dead anytime now.
Yeah, that's right. I said, if I ever drop out, I said, you've got the price of everything. Don't give it away to anybody in the chat cheap.
There are loads of them on eBay cheap. Fit the little grinder and extension. All right, says Kevin, 9K Creation.
Evening, Paul Finley.
Hi, Paul. From Woodturning at Home.
What I should have really done is put my indexing jig on so I could have locked it in place.
You should have. It's not too late.
Although it's quite nice doing it random, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just use the indexer just to hold it in place while you're carving it. You know, have a spindle lock on that.
No.
What? No spindle lock, no reverse.
No.
How late does it?
It's a record parallel.
One of the older ones, obviously.
Yep.
Because the new ones all have a spindle lock.
Do any of the new Dave's record power come with a indexing system on them, and I don't know.
I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I
The
think so.
new record power ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Record power ones have a
started doing
the
them.
Coronet Herald has quite a good one actually.
Okay.
Indexing system. There's a little window that you can see what number you're at on the headstock, and there's a little silver disc that you just kind of flick back and forward.
Mhm.
It's pretty good. I don't like the indexing system that's on the 508.
No, I don't either. Well, actually, it's a very good indexing system. It just takes you 3 hours to put the blinking thing in each hole.
It's just pretty rubbish, to be honest.
Screwed in. There should be a spring loaded on it, so you can flip it one way and hold it, springs in, hold it, springs in, and then when you turn the switch the other way, it springs out. You know, that's what they should.
Right. That's what record power have on the Coronet Herald.
Yeah.
Woodward by Column says his 320 has.
Right. Okay. I used to have an old Poolwood 2840, Reeves drive thing. Very old fashioned, 1980.
Yeah.
I got it. And the indexing system on that was one of the best I've ever seen. Funny that Axminster took over the making of the Poolwoods, bought the company out back in the 80s or 90s or whatever. And the indexing system, there was a like the end of your spindle where you turn it. Some got on wheels, some got a tube. Axminster got a thin. This had a sort of a round thing on the end, but it wasn't very long.
Mm-hmm.
And it was peppered with holes all the way around, like their super precision chuck. And there was a little handle that flipped out of the way, and you just swung it forward, and it dropped straight in one of these holes. And they were all numbered, and it was just literally up, move it, press down, and away you go, and it held perfect. I don't know why Axminster didn't, use that, because they owned the company.
Yeah.
With their new lathes. A brilliant idea.
Axminster have got loads of stuff. Power carving. There you go.
I got an advert yesterday, or was it? Yeah, yesterday it was saying they're selling Easywood tools now.
Who is?
Axminster.
Axminster selling Easywood tools.
Yeah.
Very good.
What was it?
Well,
they didn't tell me.
Yorkshire
They just said, I need this and the other, from Easywood tools. I'm from here.
There's a wee tier flexi shaft carver for multi tools. Is that the thing you're talking about, Danny?
Yeah. It's got it's like the Dremel.
Yep.
Or like Steve's using there now, but it comes as a kit, and you get this flexi tool you put on the end of it, and it's just a long wire. The wire spins, but it's got on the end of it. You can put the drill bit on the end. The piece that comes with it to hold the Dremel bits, or you put this other piece on, which is a carving head, very thin. We're talking no more than 13
I'm looking
millimeter.
at it now. It's actually
beautiful bit of kit.
It says it's called a wee cheer. WECHEER flexi shaft carver for multi tools. But I need to look at the correct description of it. Yeah. How you get on there, Steve?
Slow? Nah, get all right.
View full description. Let's have a look at the full description of this thing.
Gab wants to know, is the Versa chuck the same as the Super Precision chuck?
No.
The Super Precision chuck, Gav, was the original Axminster chuck. They stopped making them because they made them with if you look at the new SK100, say, because that's the size of it, imagine that without a solid lump, but exchangeable backs on them. Well, they came with an indexing ring on as well, and they had exchange. 3 screws took the back off, another 3 screws put the next back plate on.
No, that's the same as the Versa chuck.
Everything. Yeah.
That's the same as the Versa chuck.
Oh, sorry. It might be then. It might be a copy.
It's the same thing because it's got a 3-point fixing for your faceplate ring, if you like.
Yeah. Okay.
And then your
I haven't
chuck
seen that one.
bolts onto that.
Mhm.
And it does have an indexing ring.
Yeah.
And it has the open-ended scroll. So when you same way
Yeah.
as you take the guide slides in and out, the carriers, that's what they're called. You
Right.
take the carriers in and out exactly the same as you do on the
Oh, it
Ashmaster.
could well be then. Yeah, it could be a copy.
The
Brilliant.
VersaChuck carriers will suit Axminster jaws.
Mm.
But if you want to use the VersaChuck for Nova, Record Power, Sorbet, anything else, you can buy a different set of carriers.
Right.
And then you can use it in conjunction with your Record Power jaws, for example, or your
Axminster jaws, or your
Yeah. So you can just change the carriers. So
Brilliant.
I've got one. It's a big, heavy 4-inch chuck.
Oh yeah.
So this product I'm looking at, the Wee Cheer Flexi Shaft Carver Multi-Tools, is £77 by itself.
Does that include the motor, like the Dremel bit?
No, that's just that's just the Flexi shaft. And then there's a Flexi 4-piece power carving roughing gouge set, £60. No, that's additional stuff. Don't believe in that, Brian. That's stuff that's frequently brought together. You know how they do that.
I think when I bought mine, it was, like I say, it was a long time.
Okay, so it's £60 and 38 for the shaft on its own. That's for the shaft, and I think you get one cutter with that.
I think I paid $24.99 for it about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Which was expensive then.
So it says it's designed for most multi-tools, precision 3.2mm keyless chuck, easy grip handpiece.
That's it.
View full description.
It just looks like
used in conjunction with any of the Dremel mains power tools. This highly
you put
flexible
the Dremel
shaft.
bits in. The Dremel bits go in it. But they give you another head, which is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches long, and it slots on the end instead of the bit that holds the chuck, which you put your carving tools in, and it acts
That's
like
right,
a little pneumatic thing.
Yeah, the bit you hold at the end.
Yeah.
Is only 15.6mm wide, or that's the diameter.
Yeah.
So it's not it's kind of ultra slim. So.
Do they sell the carving bit as well then?
They do sell the carbon bits. The carbon bits come in a packet.
Here comes the chat rooms.
Oh, they're here, are they?
Yeah.
I was expecting them.
Really? Oh, Jesus.
It's all right, we'll get them.
I've got the first one.
Yep.
I'll do the third.
How come I'm the only one who gets them? Nobody else seems to get them.
Everybody loves you.
Just love your channel, Steve.
Yeah.
You reporting any of these?
Go on. Would you want to get the last one, or shall I?
Yeah, I'm getting it. So I'm on it, all over it like a rash.
He's on it like a car bonnet.
There you go.
Still there.
Thanks, Susie.
I'll get this one.
So if they come up again, Terry, you get the first one, I'll get the second one.
Okay.
And we'll just go through them.
Getting a joke now every single time we go live.
Roy the boy says he got them all. Good man, Roy. Des Barnwell is a new name to me. Is that a new name, guys? Hi, welcome along, Des.
So I'm just trying to put a little bit of detail in this. This is just like the
Doing well.
the long neck grinder. It gets really hot around this
Oh, does it?
area. Yeah.
Hmm.
It gets a tad warm.
Yeah, Kev, they vanish when we get them. Yours don't. They don't vanish if you get them. If we get them.
To do off your own feed.
Yeah.
But for me,
You get
I'm actually reporting them and then
Yeah, I am.
logging them as spam. So it's hopefully that YouTube will take notice.
Brian Green says, Green Haven Creations. Nice work, Steve. Thank you all. I continue to learn a lot. Must get back to read the road to Vancouver Island to visit the
Ooh.
family. Have a pleasant trip, Brian.
See you later, mate. Thanks for coming
Enjoy
over.
the journey.
Thank you for watching and glad you learned something.
Don't know what, but I'm glad
Evening,
you
Joe
learned
Senior.
Joe Senior's in.
Hi, Joe. How you doing? Right, so I'm just going to gently sand this.
Gently.
Very gently.
Just basically get rid of every lines.
Andy the Woodwork Leonard says, hi all. I've told you before, Steve, it's your internet history that causes the problem.
I wish. I wish, Andy.
Oh, dear. Woodturning is by Barry. Hi, Barry.
Evening, Barry.
I'll have to have a word with Nick, see what she's been looking at.
Kev says at the 9K creation, he says, I report them as porno and they all vanish here as I did them. Does it help? It does, yeah, Kev. But we have
Everybody
to take them off this stream. So because we have a spanner, we can take them off the stream. You can take it off your own, so it doesn't show up in your channel when
But
you
it would
watch
still
it.
count to YouTube to see it and realize they're being spammed, as it were.
It does.
Right, so let's take that up. Got rid of that pencil line now.
Des says he has a brief opportunity to watch live while his wife is out getting the fish suppers.
Oh, good man.
Good man, Des.
Good plan that
Enjoy your
was.
fish suppers too.
Good plan that was. Send her out.
You need to send her further away so she takes longer, and then bring the chippy.
Grimsby. Send her to Grimsby for the fish.
Yeah.
Ring the chip shop and say, can you delay her half an hour and watch it? Susie the Swiss Turner says Oliver's Woodturning does not ship to Switzerland. Anybody from the UK willing to order some items there for me and ship them to me, I would send you the money by PayPal.
I would love to help you, Susie, but I live in Northern Ireland, and it's
even worse.
It's just as bad getting stuff to me as it is getting it to you, Susie. So
if you message me, Susie, I'll help you out if I can.
Yeah, we can do something.
All right, I need to. Everything's falling apart tonight. That's the handles come loose on my tail stock now. Jesus!
for goodness sake, were you prepared for this at all? No.
What life?
Felt like I wasn't really prepared for yesterday. Oh, bad news about my my cauldron, guys. I tried to fix the
I bet you what?
fix the rim of it yesterday, and it blew up.
Oh, yes.
So I had to make a new one today. I've made a new cauldron.
Right, let's try.
Oh,
Again.
man.
All right, so got the sand, got the dust out of that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to colour that.
There's not many thumbs up. Why is there not many thumbs up?
Perhaps I don't like it. All right, so we're going to.
I love Woodturning says new lathe excuse then, Steve.
I can't even see the thumbs ups.
No, I don't want
what's
a new
going on
lathe.
here?
I don't want a new lathe.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Everybody wants a new lathe.
No, I'm quite happy with the one I've got.
You need a new lathe, Steve.
I don't need a new lathe. It spins. It goes round and round. Right.
Benjamin says, Steve, can you help me out too? I'll pay you when I receive the product.
Yeah, right, Ben. That's going to work.
Let me think about one, Ben. No.
Did I say? Oh, I never said hello to Adam from I Love Woodturning. Hi, Adam.
Yeah, they said, good evening, Adam.
Well, everybody else did.
Right, so Hampshire Sheen intrinsic black. Make sure I get right in that texturing because I want to keep that black.
Dave Oaty says he just wants a bigger workshop to put a bigger lathe in. Don't want much, does he? Bigger workshop, bigger lathe.
It's easy, Dave. Just move.
Just move.
Buy a big one.
Do it, Terry.
Or if you've got a big garden, just
build
buy
one.
a big workshop.
Just build it. If you build it, they will come.
Just build it twice as. Just build it twice the size you want it because that won't be big enough.
No, not a chance.
Right, let's try again.
Michelle Usby just said, just like Brian needs an SK114.
That's true, Michelle.
I don't need an SK114 because I could have 3 of those little Proxon calibers for the price of an SK114. Pat Cummings says, did I say hello to Pat earlier?
Yeah, you did.
I think I did, yeah. I just had a sudden thought of Wimpy from Popeye.
Dave Oldie says he likes it there. No people live near me. Well, if that's the case, Dave, then you must have room for a nice big workshop.
Aha. Gav from Today Woodworks says, question. I bought the VersaChuck the other day. Brian, can you let me know if the carriers will fit in the body range, please? The carriers are the same size as the Axminster carriers. So the body range holders that Steve has made for the Axminster carriers, I can't guarantee they'll fit, but did Pete not test that, Steve?
Pete's tested it. We're waiting to launch. I'm going to launch it sometime in November. The carrier holder. I'll show you one in a minute when I just coloured this.
And the fact the body range jaw, if you're talking about the jaws, Gav, the original body range jaw holder, the VersaChuck jaws will fit because they're not stainless steel. They're held in by magnets. But Steve will show us in a minute.
So this is what we've been working on. So obviously we designed the jaw holder. That one there,
with the magnets,
but because obviously the Axminster are stainless steel, they don't work. So after a few discussions with Pete and a few other people, they said that a lot of people who have the Axminster take them out with the carriers. So we came up with this, which is a carrier holder. So this will hold 4 or a set of jaws, and this will hold, if I remember rightly, Pete actually put the big cold jaws in one of these.
Yep.
So this will hold the weight of the cold jaws as well. And what it does is you put one in one way, one in the other, so you get like a constant V, sort of V, other way round, upside down, inside up. Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit hard to show you because I obviously haven't got a set. But this is what's coming out in November. And also, I'm now working on an Axminster faceplate ring as well. One of these for an Axminster because the Axminster one is bigger. I believe the Axminster one's 100mm, where these are only 90, I think. And they're slightly thicker. So I'm now working on one of those as well. So I'm hoping to get those launched by November time. And also, I will have coming out, don't know if you can see it, these here, the gouge holders. We're doing them for spindle sets, bowl gouge sets, scraper sets, and skew sets. So there's 4 different types depending on what I've got. Some here mocked up pieces. So this one will be for your scrapers and your small skews because obviously it's cut out small. This one will be for your spindle gouge, so rough and spindle gouge, and then you can get a 1.25 inch in that side and that side. And this one will be basically for your bowl gouge. This will take 3 bowl gouges up to 1/2 inch. And then I haven't got the other one, but the other one is for a large skew. So there's a large skew on one side, and there's two smaller ones the other side. So you could perhaps get a large skew and then two scrapers. Or now these will hold up to, I don't know what, I think this is an inch scraper. So they're designed to hold an inch scraper or an inch skew. But like Terry said when I showed Terry that obviously some people have a bigger skew, so I've done one bigger. So if you've got a large skew, you can do that one as well. So I'm hoping once they've been tested by Mr. Ousby, whatever his name is.
Ousby, you're right the first time.
Houseby with a big houseby.
Ousby. Once they've been tested by Brian, and he hasn't managed to destruct them or break them up or whatever,
break them.
then we know they're good enough to go live. So
They'll be going up in my workshop tomorrow, guys, and I'll show you them once they're up.
So so hopefully, I'm hoping to get some Christmas promotions done up before Christmas, because I know if your partners are like my partner, you're always getting the question, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? This and this. So
I'll do number one.
What I thought was if I could launch them before Christmas, like middle November time, then there may be some things that people could buy stuff for people for their workshops rather than just buying socks and pants. So right, so let's give this another cover. So was there a question I thought I saw coming in?
Well, we're dealing with some more spam. So you work away, Steve.
Kev, are they held in with magnets as well? No, Kev, no. These actually work. Well, it is the carriers on the Aximus. You take the whole carrier out. So the carrier's got like a T on the back of it, which I've designed that. Can you see that? I've designed that so they just slot straight into it. So that's what they're designed for. So there's no magnets on it. The reason being is obviously because the Aximus jaws are stainless steel. So that's the reason why we didn't go for magnets on those ones.
Colin says easy wood holders too.
Easy wood. Well, they will hold.
They're square ones, don't they? Square bars.
Yeah,
they should hold easy wood.
Well, I'm sure the easy wood tools are the same size bar as these.
I think
same
they are,
size bar as that.
Yep.
And these fit into that. Obviously, they'll be on the round, but they fit into there as well. Look. Yeah. And all they're designed to do is just locate. They're not obviously going to sit anywhere, but they're just there to locate. So they're a two-part system. So you screw one part, the base part, to the wall, and then depending on how long your gouge is, you put the top rail on the wall. But no, we've been working on them for quite a while now. So
Des he says it's okay, guys. I have to go now, but we'll catch up later. Thanks, Des. Nice to see you, mate.
Thanks for coming over.
Ben
your tea.
would like to know how many printers you got running now, Steve.
3 at the moment, Ben.
3 flat out. Roy the Boy says, he said, I ordered some machine wax from Axmasser yesterday at $3.45 through eBay, and it arrived this morning.
Wow, that's good.
Get on. Well done.
That's good service.
I ordered a drill press. Oh, yeah. I ordered a drill press from Axminster back in April. Phoned them yesterday and wondered when it was coming.
What'd they say?
Oh, it's in picking. It's in picking. We'll get on to it. Kev wants to know if the gouge holders are magnetic, Steve.
No.
Oh, no.
No, don't need to be.
Chris from Bailey Woodworks is on. Hello, Chris.
Oh, Chris. No, the gouge holders are designed so the gouges lean back, so they don't need to be magnetic.
Adam says, I ordered a Chinese 20 minutes ago and I'm still outside waiting.
See, I never wait for mine, Adam. I just phone up the order and they deliver it to the door. Mind you, it can take up to an hour sometimes because they're really busy. Pete from Twisted Trees is in and says, good morning, all.
Hi, Pete.
Morning, Pete.
So I'd like a bit of black in there, but...
A black in where?
Inside.
Oh, inside. Yeah, get it sprayed away.
Stop the light coming through, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, Terry. Very dry that bit. We're soaking up well.
Have you had that piece of holly for long?
Yeah, since I started turning. Someone gave it to me when I first started turning.
Oh, right, okay. So it's pretty well dry then.
Yeah, it's been in the garage for 2.5, 3 years, I think.
Terry Bartlett says 508 is 6 to 8 weeks wait.
Adam says, sounds good, Brian, but I have got an excuse to watch more turning. I don't need an excuse. I just go to the office and watch. Or whilst Michelle's watching something on the TV, I might be sitting on my iPad with my headphones on, watching wood turning at the same time.
Being semi-sociable.
Well, sort of paying attention.
Colin says thanks for the help earlier, Pete. Pete's a great star. He helps everybody.
He is. If Pete had his
Terry
underpants on
Bartlett
the
says-
outside, he'd be a superhero.
Terry Bartlett says the 508s has a 6 to 8 week wait.
I just said that
Did you? Did you whisper it?
a minute ago. No,
Were you talking to somebody else? Or?
I was talking to the chat.
I didn't hear you.
Pat Cummins would like to know what sort of paint that is.
It's
It appears to absorb the light. It was black.
yeah. It's Hampshire Sheen Intrinsic Black. I should have done it with. I was going to do it with Ebonizer Lacquer, but I might want to put some gill cream over it. So I didn't really want to.
I thought I was going to sneeze then. Oh. Kevin 9K Creation says the earworms can't be dry. I can't hear many cans popping tonight. I am not drinking until the end of November, Kev. Yeah, that's a lie.
He's being a good boy, Kev.
You won't hear my can pop, Kev.
I'm just being going on because it's a cork that pops in your house.
There's a cork in my house, and it takes a while to get through the bottles. So.
Well, what do you call a while? 20 minutes?
Ish.
Right, so just quickly dry this off a little bit. Because that's raised the grain a little bit, I'm just going to de-nib that.
Michelle's laughing now. I have no doom bar left, and it's went up it's went up by £3 a case.
Jeepers.
I don't drink wine, Andy. I have a cupboard full of wine.
Ash at Cody says just give you a donation.
Super chat.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Ash.
Thank you, Ash.
Thank you, Ash. Appreciate it. Benjamin says, if you hear anything pop, it'll probably be one of their hips.
You don't know how close you are to that, Ben.
It could well be the truth, Ben. Right, the boy said he's not had a beer since Saturday. I've not had a beer since Glenn left.
he drunk enough
Well,
when Glenn was there for 2
You're
years.
still soaked up like a sponge.
Not that he drank all my beer, because there is beer left, but I just haven't drank any.
Right.
Norman Grimwell says he ordered a new SK100 last Thursday and it arrived the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Right,
Oh,
so
done, Norman Grimwell.
some sand and sealer. Spray sand and sealer.
Now we need to have your opinion of it, Norman, of the new SK100.
Right, so just spray a bit.
The only thing I was thinking about the SK100 is the fact that the SK114, which is a bigger chuck, of course, is only about £30 dearer.
Correct.
For a huge difference in chuckability. That's the right word.
Oh, Adam's got his Chinese. Says, have fun,
well.
guys. I will watch the finish, Steve.
Cheers,
Prawn
Adam.
crackers have won over my attention, he says.
Enjoy, Adam. I'll be thinking of you when I have my toast tonight.
Alex said.
Yeah. Pete says he's not had a beer since 2021 and now it's 2040.
Yeah, right. Alex of Woodturning says, I need to go back to tenants, and Michelle says, no, you're not, that's mine.
Oh,
Oops. I could have a tenants right enough, if there was any. Oh, Woodward's by Colin didn't even have a drink on his birthday. Oh,
Nor did I.
why
that's
is that
okay.
then, Kevin? Why is that then, Colin?
Because he didn't have one.
Mark Harvey's in.
Yeah.
Evening all.
Just
Wow.
woke up, he says.
Granddad nap.
Granddad now.
Good man.
Well done, Mark. That's what I like to hear. Oh, Adam says, bye everyone. I'll be live again soon. New PC next week. Thumbs up.
Good man.
Good man.
Good man, Adam. Looking forward to
Looking
that.
forward to it.
Anybody heard how Keith is lately?
No, I haven't.
No, haven't heard. Oh, here we go again, Tart.
Yeah, I'll get
I
it.
got the first one.
Oh, they're okay. Oh, I know.
At least they're only in pairs this time. Oh, saying that. Shouldn't have said nothing.
No, you should have kept your mouth shut there, big lad.
Just dry that with that.
You get the top one there, Terry.
I will.
So because the wood's quite porous and quite thirsty, going to give it a couple of coats of lacquer.
Right. You putting lacquer straight on over the intrinsic?
I am.
Yeah.
Not lacquer, sorry, sand and sealer.
Sand and
Sand
sealer.
and
Sorry, sand and sealer.
I was confusing. You were confusing me there.
Although I haven't said that, lacquer is that would do. You could put lacquer over it.
Yeah, but it'll take
No,
a lot
you
to get a
could-
shine on. It'll take a lot
No,
to
you
get a shine
couldn't.
on it.
You would, wouldn't it?
Doesn't work. Ask Lewis.
6 cans later.
Lewis did a piece, and about 16 coats of lacquer later, he sanded the whole lot off again. Because it never takes. It
Don't get a shine on
never
it.
fills. Wood versus by Colin says, oh, it's the wrong side of payday. Oh, right, Colin. Bad. Things are getting tight these days.
Yeah. I got to wait for pension day.
Which is why I was quite annoyed today that I drove all the way up to the woodshed this morning. Having been on their website and seen that the shop was open, I checked on the social media and it says open on their Facebook page. Drove all the way up there to find it was closed.
How far was it?
Bought a tank of petrol there.
Many miles?
It's about, I don't know how far it is. I'll tell you exactly in a minute.
6.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. If it's 6 miles, I might just live in it. Where is my Google thingy? That's not it. Oh, there it is. Couldn't see if I'm looking at it.
That picture's very dark, isn't it?
It is, aye. It's been dark all the time.
Well, you could have told me.
Well, it's only because we thought you sprayed it black, and it was sucking up all the light. Directions. So the woodshed is 38 miles from me, Terry.
Blimey, that's a good big round trip, really.
Yeah, but and the biggest part of the issue is you have to go through Belfast to get to it.
Mm.
So the traffic was
Got the-
horrendous today.
Scott the blue light turners in. Don't know if he's been in before because I was.
Yeah, it was then
Yeah.
earlier, yeah.
Hodgepodge Woodworks in, hello, Robert.
And the answer is, Michelle, no, it doesn't put petrol in your car. It's not your car, it's our car.
But you can, Michelle, when you use it next.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah. When you drive past the garage to go to work, put petrol
Fill
in
it
it.
up for him, please, just in case he wants to go again. 10
Might-
from TF turnings in.
I might have to go back on Monday.
Hi, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
I'm running out of sanding sealer, that's why I went. I also want to buy some 3-inch deep gripper jaws
You're worried of me, Brian.
or heavy
Worried of me.
gripper jaws. but didn't get them. So Mark Harvey says, "Is that acrylic lacquer, and how good is it?" Question
No,
mark,
it's not a
question mark.
lacquer. It's a sand and sealer. I know it's cellulose sand and sealer. Chestnut cellulose sand and sealer is. All I'm doing is sealing the colour at the moment. I might lacquer it. What do you reckon? Should I lacquer it?
I think
Could do afterwards, but what are you
What
going to put
happened
in the carvings? Are you going to put?
hold on a minute. What happened to the carving?
It's there.
Can't
Got
see
to
it.
See it.
I've got to seal it before I paint it, haven't I?
You're
Can't you
putting
see the
gold
carving?
embellishing wax in
Can
it.
you see the carving there? On
Oh,
that
you're
one?
putting. Oh, right. I
yeah,
can see it now. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
That's better. That's betterer.
That's better.
Right, so
So are you actually going to leave it black? I thought you were just going to sand
No,
it
I'm
back
gonna-
up again.
no, I'm going over the carving area. I'm going to put a bit of bronzy coloured acrylic paint, sort of dry brush it.
William Kenny says now the petrol prices can be cheaper. It's cheaper to take a horse, he says. You're not wrong there. Be no
reckon
cheaper
that-
using an electric car either. The price of
reckon that
electricity.
Mary from the Woods has probably gone to the Irish
He has.
seminar thing,
That's
hasn't
exactly where they've gone.
Yeah.
But they might have told us they were going.
I was going to say, you could have put a notification up. Couldn't you?
Yeah. I even phoned the place this morning when I was there, and the phone rang about 10 times and then just cut off. Not even an answer machine with a message on it. So I was pretty miffed, I have to say.
I was perhaps knew you was going.
Maybe.
Right, so I'm using abstract bronze. So I need a brush.
Hodgepodge says that looks like ceramic. Kev K9 says, why do you not make up and spray normal thin down sealer?
Kev, that's a brilliant idea. I might just actually do that. Because I thinned down my sealer and it's pretty thin, so I could spray it on rather than
If you get
wipe it on with a cloth.
one of those plastic sprayers.
Yeah, I've got loads of them. I use them up at the yard.
Yeah.
I've got litre ones that I use up at the yard for.
You have to be a bit careful with the material because the thinners could melt it.
If you use acrylic, you'll be
Yeah.
alright.
No, it's fine. It should be all right because it's I use. No, it should be okay.
I spray.
It's HDPE, I think HDPE from the plastic.
Right, so
Wood Wizardry, but Colin says that do the cauldrons have to be painted?
No,
no,
I used a bit of FOG wood, and it's lovely. No, of course it
no, they don't. It's your
Your
interpretation of a cauldron.
What's
Colin.
FOG?
You do whatever you like.
whatever you want to make, mate.
what's FOG?
Free off ground. Free off ground.
Oh, okay.
Or found on ground.
Found on ground. It's all it is really is to get you into the workshop. So your interpretation of it is great.
Wesley Hannah says, I didn't colour my cauldron. You don't need to.
No.
Do whatever you like. Pete
He
from
says
Twisted
run
Treat
through the
says,
airbrush.
oh, it's through the airbrush. Oh, yeah, you could do that too. It might come up a little bit.
It'll be thin enough.
Depends on how big the solids are that's in the sanding seal.
Shouldn't be any solids in it.
There's bound to be some solids in it, or it wouldn't seal the thing.
Not if you thin it down 60%. Gav asks,
There has to be some
can you
solids. I mean,
airbrush sand this year?
Yes, you can.
You can
If you
always turn the
stand
nozzle
if you
up a
stand
bit,
your
you know.
bottle, if you decant it into a clear plastic bottle and leave it standing, your solids all sit in the bottom.
Yeah, but if you shake it back up again, they're dispersed.
Yeah, I
If you
know.
undo the nozzle spray slightly to make it a bigger nozzle, it'll
Yeah.
spray easy, you know. That's how they do cars.
Pete from Twisted Tree says his cauldron has only been part burned so far.
Get the rest
It's-
later.
You mean it's heading for the fire pit, Pete? Is that what you're saying? Todd from Glen Cove says FOG equals found on ground. There you go. Andy says a question, but it's a bit off topic. But lining a shed, 11mm OBS sheet with rock wool or something else.
Yeah.
That's fine. The issue with rock wool, you've got to make sure the outside of your shed is waterproof. Because the rock wool will just
Yeah,
soak it
soak
up
it in
and
like a
rot the
sieve.
inside. But you've got to make sure that you're watertight on the outside if you're using rock wool.
So you have
Personally,
to line it really with silver foil or something.
personally, I would use Kingspan or something.
That was Michelle opening a tin of beer, by the way.
Right next to you.
Ward Wilson has to go.
Oh
Goodbye,
no, she
Ward.
brought it in and stuck it under my microphone just to let me know she's opening it. Thanks,
Ward
Michelle.
Wilson's off.
See you,
Now she's
Ward.
just
Ward is
hi
waiting.
Ward.
Let's go in. No, I pay
Oh, he's
attention,
leaving.
Brian.
Oh, pay attention. Bye, Ward.
Thanks
Catch
for
you
coming
later,
over, mate.
Benjamin says I didn't call him a cauldron. Well, I say cauldron. I decided I'd rather turn the bowl. Very good, Ben.
That's right, Ben. Put feet on it and a handle, you'll be fine.
Oh, I forgot about the handle on my cauldron. Oh no.
Too late.
You don't need a handle. If you've got
I
legs
did-
on it, you don't need a handle.
I've got feet on it. I've got little
Well, the
feet.
cauldron with the feet is designed to stand
I know.
on a rack, fire under it. The cauldron with a handle is designed to hang over the fire. So why would you put a handle and feet on it?
This is true. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pete says the issue with rock wool is horrid to work with. He's absolutely right.
And pests like mice and rats love it.
Yeah.
Well, William Kerry says Michelle's a keeper, Brian. You don't know Michelle, William. She didn't bring me a
Scott.
beer. She just came, opened it under my nose, and walked out. And as she closed the door, she says,
Drink it.
"You're not getting one."
Scott says he's on his third attempt at a cauldron. Whilst the first cracked and the second he messed up with a Dremel tonight.
Ah, well, easy
Oh,
done.
well.
Easy done.
18th time lucky, Scott. Just keep going, mate.
Keep her lit by
Take-
glad you'll get that.
You take him part. That's what counts.
Exactly.
But just
Yeah, but
remember, you only got
90.
2 weeks.
Yeah, we've only got 2 weeks, is right. And the first week's nearly over.
I haven't even thought about what I'm going to do on Monday. I think I've gone on holiday.
Right, so just a rough band. I'm not putting no lines there because I'm going to try and blend that in a little bit with the next brush. So it sort of feathers into the...
That looks nice and silky, Steve.
Silky, silky. Oh.
That's a bit.
The lighting on it is brilliant. It looks really silky.
It's got a slight sheen to it.
Have you, both those square lights that you have, I think they're square, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they both shining down the way, Steve, or are you reflecting them in some way?
No, one of them is one from this end. This end. No, you can't see this end.
Tailstock.
Tailstock is pointing, so it's like blowing over the top of the lathe. So it's not
Right,
actually, it's like floodlight. And then the other one is reflecting off of my wall with my tools on it, coming back.
Okay.
Because they're too bright, if not.
Yeah, I have one down the tailstock end as well, which kind of just floods over the lathe. And the other one is reflecting off the roof.
Yeah, because they're
'Cause
30,
I have that Kingspan stuff with the shiny side.
yeah. Because they're 36
So-
watt, they're just a bit too bright, really.
I haven't got any at the moment. So
Well, you've got them.
I won't be. Yeah, no, yeah, they're not installed. I haven't got any brackets. There we are. So I will just be working on natural light. Well, not natural light, just the lights in the actual room.
The actual
What's
light in
this?
your workshop when you did your tour the other day was not too bad.
Yeah, it's true. Roy the boy says, Kev, have you done your small platter yet? All. What's this bit of small platter? Is this a club challenge you're doing or something? Kev retorts, yeah, Roy, tomorrow and the cauldron. Oh, platter and the cauldron in one day.
See, he's professional.
So Gab says, Steve, this is stunning so far, but I've got to go I'll catch up with the rest later. Thanks for the live and the chat, everyone.
See you
Yeah,
later.
Bye,
Gav.
Gav.
Thanks
Catch
for
you
coming
later,
over.
Chat to you, mate. Nice to chat, mate.
Peep Twisted Tree says, you can get Ruth to stand there with a candle, Terry.
I could.
Good.
I know what the
Or-
answer would be.
Or drag yourself into the 21st century and use a torch.
I know what the answer would be. I should get one of those head torches. I might just put some batteries in it.
Oh, it is it, boys? Well, when does your platters have to be in for, guys? What's the 360 Club challenge for this month?
Oh, it was what Trent made, wasn't it?
No, that's not the challenge. There's a monthly challenge as well, Terry.
No, they didn't say a challenge. They just.
Well, it used to be anyway. I don't know if there still is.
Okay. No, there wasn't a challenge.
I haven't looked for a while.
So
Usually
usually
on the
people
website.
try and imitate, or not imitate. They have a go at what the
Yeah.
demonstrator made.
They do.
And I must admit, it was brilliant.
It was,
What
yeah.
he made. So
I
I might
agree.
do that. Have a go.
What do they call it? The emerging bowl? The emerging something. It was interesting. I might have a go at it myself. No, it wasn't segmenting, Robert. Wasn't it segmenting? Was it segmenting?
No, it wasn't Robert. No, segmenting.
No, you might be talking about the challenge. I'm going to look. I'll find out now.
Oh, the challenge Pete says is set at the meetings and not the demonstration.
Yeah, but it's usually on the
Thursday, on the
360
third
Club
Monday.
thing.
Right?
Where is it?
Be on the third Monday then.
Yeah.
It's looking nice, Steve.
I'm just wondering whether to take that up to there.
Take that up to where? What, the bronzing?
Yeah, up to
Yeah,
the top.
but thin, but do it
Yeah.
less. Make it thinner as it goes up, like it's misty. So just put a bit on, then maybe a cloth and
Kind
squeeze it
of
up.
antique it a wee bit.
Why is your picture
look.
just blowing out all the time, Brian? Whiting out.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there, Terry. It's kind of, I don't know what's
Area.
happening.
You got a problem there somewhere.
It's that camera. It's hunting all. That's,
Yeah, gotta
the
be.
white balance on it is altering all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just direct into Skype today. I'm not going through, what do you call
It's
it?
rubbish anyway. It looks like you're white. You're whited out.
It is, it's definitely hunting for it, Let's see, can I find out what the challenge is?
Well, it wouldn't be on this.
Turning 360.
I say make it less, Steve, but as it goes up, less and less and less.
Well, I'm not putting no more on the brush. I'm just going to bring it around with what's
Yeah,
on the
lovely.
brush.
That's good.
I just want that little glimmer on it. That's what I want.
Yes, yes, great. It's looking the part.
Log in. Oh, I have to log in.
Here they are again, look.
I'm not back yet.
Yeah, we're getting more this time. I'll start on the top one.
Okay.
In fact, I'll just do them all. You carry on whatever you were doing research.
Right. I'm on it. I'm on
number 3 now.
That's all right.
You're worried of me.
You're worrying me too.
Aye.
I'm starting at the bottom and working up towards you, Harry.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea. These are little pests. What are they? Pests.
Pestilence.
You're going to get the bottom one then? You haven't done nothing yet. I'll get it. It's all right.
I've done them all.
Leave them.
They're all gone.
Now they're gone.
Brian has the slowest fibre in the land. No, I don't.
No, we don't. You got the fastest now.
Oh, just you wait and see. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait and you'll see. So you're going quite slow this evening. According to that, my internet speed is currently 500 megabits down and 100 megabits up.
And you still got poor lighting, so you know.
So
changes.
lighting in my office is terrible. Why can I not get?
Ben
John
says that's
Silver.
looking bad. Bad backside, Steve.
Thanks, Ben. Right, I'm not going to go no more than that. I'm going to let that dry. And then I think I'm going to give that a couple of coats of lacquer. Because I think that looking shiny would look really nice.
Oh, log in. I have to log in. This could be trouble. Wonder
Yeah.
what my password is.
Mark Whittington says, "Good evening, all."
Mark Whittington. Hi,
Good
Mark.
evening,
Sorry,
Mark.
Marty. What is the gold product you're using, Steve?
Right, it is.
Bronze embellishing wax.
No, it's not embellishing wax. No.
Is it not?
He's just
Oh.
joined.
It's an acrylic paint even. It's abstract. You buy a set of 5. You get bronze, gold. Bronze, gold.
I'm gonna get me some of that.
They call that copper, but that's more of a red. You get silver. And then you get what they call pearl, which is like a creamy colour. Like a creamy colour.
Okay.
So you get all
You buy
5 colours.
you-
Buy them in a set, abstract set.
Do you buy them at the range?
No, they was offline. I think there was about 27 quid for the 5.
Ooh. $12.99 again.
And they dry quite quick. So, and the good thing with them is the more coats you put on, the deeper and richer the colour comes.
It certainly is good, I must admit.
Should actually have a word with BT about my internet speed, because they're supposed to guarantee me 700 down.
What have you got now?
It was at 500 there a month ago.
Oh, well.
But I'll just do the BT test to the hub and see what that comes up to. Let that run in the background.
How long do they take to dry, Steve?
Yeah.
Hey?
How long do they take to dry?
It's dry, mate. It's dry.
Okay.
I'm just wondering
Matt
whether I should do all that with it as well now.
Matt Howard's in. Yeah, I would, Steve.
I would do the whole thing, Steve, because it's looking cool.
Matt Howard says, "Good evening, Steve, and the carving looks fantastic."
Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you very much.
So Pete Twisted Tree says, what trend needed a lot of special kit or a very understanding way? That wood was boiled in a saucepan for over an hour. I'm not sure I could do that in my kitchen.
You could steam it in 10 minutes.
Lisa might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I think so and all. Lisa's understanding, but she's not that understanding.
A little gas primer stove, or paraffin primer stove out in the workshops.
In a workshop's a great idea.
Yeah, with all the dust, you know.
You could always steam it, I suppose. And get yourself like a wallpaper steamer and make a little steamer.
I've got one of those.
A steaming box. Steaming, it would be the same thing.
But it would do it quicker.
What, steaming? Yeah, if it's under pressure a little bit, yeah. If you make a little box with a 5-pound weight on it, so you're putting it under more pressure.
Yep. Pressure cooker would do it as well. About 10 minutes.
I wonder, would a microwave do it?
You have to soak it really right through with water because
soak first, yeah.
Yeah. Because it would microwave dry it out, wouldn't it? Grandpa Jim's checking in late from northern Michigan. Good evening.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Jim. Welcome along, buddy. So the actual speed to my hub, because I'm on it, Michelle's on it, Matthew's on it, the speed at my hub is 948 megabits and 111 up.
Kev K9 says, does the blow lamp only work on wet wood when for bending?
I wouldn't use a blow lamp for bending wood at
No,
all.
that dries it out, Kev. You should steam it, really.
The best thing for yeah, exactly, Terry. The best thing for bending wood is to make a little steamer box and
if
steam
you're
it.
bending strips of wood to go, like, say, around a wagon wheel or something, just for instance, you need like one of those 4-inch diameter tubes, waste pipe.
That's it.
Block at each end, tube going in for steaming, one at the other end so you can pull it off.
Yeah. Andy
Slide
Woodward
the
Lerner
timber
says
in.
it can be difficult to hide the smell if you use the microwave, Brian. Just buy a microwave for the shed.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
This is looking rather nice, I have to say.
It is. I think it's one of your. Yeah, that stuff's really nice. I like that.
It's giving me an idea.
Oh, okay, you careful. At your age, you could have a problem.
I know, but I'll survive.
Pete's got another way of bending wood. He says, I bend timber to make a travelling trunk with a curved lid, just leaving the timber in the bath for a week while I was away.
That's a good idea, Pete. Fill the bath up, stick the timber in. Couple of bricks at one end, a brick in the middle of it, you'll be fine.
Leave the plug in though.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got some nice big water troughs up at the yard. I could maybe do that.
Don't know if I like that now.
You know, sand it back off again. Get just like, oh no, you can't.
I can. I just might go
No,
from the side.
no, you can't. No, you can't. Or you're going to have a vase with 2 holes.
Holoform. I mean, one of those. What do you call them? I don't know what you
No,
call
that's called. It's called a tube. No,
Oh, is it?
not a hole.
Tube.
Yeah, when there's an opening in both ends, it's a tube. Yeah, Woodward Lerner says you just buy the wood from Juicens. It's never straight.
Yeah, you're right there.
JP Woodward's just joined us. Hi, JP.
Look,
Well,
Jamie.
mate, how you doing?
Ben Jamie says Terry could use the steam from Ruth's ears
And
when you're hanging around.
Colin says you could do
Too
the
long.
same thing with Joe Sanya iridescent paint.
Yeah,
You probably could, yeah. Dry brush it on, yeah. This is just giving a slightly different effect.
Hodgepodge got it. Look, you should just paint some wood jewellery and tell the wife it's gold.
Good idea.
The good thing is because there's only have one coat, you can still see the black through it. So
That's
It's nice. I like that.
Robert, I'm afraid that's not going to work.
So you can still see the
Oh,
black.
the boy says that paint set is now $16.99.
It's what?
Oh,
How much is it?
it's now $16.99. He says.
What, for the whole lot, or just for one?
That's what he said.
The set.
Wow. I paid 20 odd quid for
You've seen off. Led like a sheep.
it.
I know what you could have used on that as well. You could have used those rainbow waxes.
Oh, rainbow waxes. Oh, I'm shivering thinking about them.
You know my favourite waxes that dry instant.
Kev is saying it's actually Roy. It's $16.99 per colour.
Oh right, okay.
So you might have got a good deal then, Steve.
I know I bought the whole set, and I think, like I say, I'm sure it's about 27 quid for the whole set.
Wow. I'll
Well,
not
you
be buying
can
them
imagine
that way
that
then.
from Kevin saying it's the whole lot at that price.
Yeah, well. That's good,
Well,
like
You're looking it up.
$16.99.
It's good.
Are you looking it up, Terry?
No, I can't look it up on this computer.
But
Oh, of course.
they last a long while. I've had them quite a while, so they last. You don't use a lot, and like I say, the more coats you put over it, the more vibrant the colours get.
I like that.
Could you use a combination of said colours? I'm sure you could.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to lacquer that because I think that'll look nice shiny. So I'm going to use, what have I got?
Oh, sorry, Kev, you were asking, Roy.
Oh, sorry, Kev.
My mistake.
So good old Halford's lacquer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I quite like Halford's lacquer. It's cheap and cheerful and does the job.
Designed for cars.
Yep. Well, it's not overly cheap, but it's cheaper than
You can buy
some
the
other
set, Roy
proprietary
says.
brands.
You can buy the set from Cowlin and Wilcox
Right.
for $5.
Who are
$16.99.
Cowlin and Wilcox.
Cowling.
Cowlin and Wilcox.
I think I got it from eBay. But
Right.
so I'm going to warm this
Cowlin
can up a
and
little bit because the can's not very warm. So I'm just going to warm up a little bit, get the old particles flowing a little bit better.
Cowlin and Wilcox. Here we go.
Do you warm the piece as well, Steve? So it.
If it was cold, I would, but the piece is
Yeah.
quite warm, isn't it? So
What did you tell me the name of that stuff was, Steve?
abstract. It's
Abstract
acrylic.
paint.
It's acrylic.
Andy Woodwork Learn is asking, does Axminster crack down on shoplifting? Asking for a friend. So, pay for it. Dara Coolin's in. Hello, Dara.
Right, Dara, how are you?
Acrylic paint. Acrylic paints, did
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah, they're acrylics. Yeah. So just gently warm this tin up, which will get the old. It'll flow better. It builds a little bit of pressure up in the tin. Cold cans drop pressure, so if you keep the can warm, the pressure will keep nice and even.
Yorkshire gets in.
Yeah.
Right, Glenn, how the
So-
devil are you?
So those pouches of paint you've got.
Yep.
Oh, this is no. There's 60 colours in this. That must be a different thing.
120
Susie,
millilitres in each.
£3.95 a tub packet.
Susie, the Swiss word turner, says the company that makes the paint is called Senelia. And
Yeah.
Senelia make world-class oil paints as well.
Yeah,
for
they are.
artist work.
They are.
'Cause I'm
They are a
pricing
good
that
make. They are. When I looked at them, my friend does a bit
Oh.
of painting, and he said they're a good make.
Yeah, I prefer Senelia paints when I'm painting. Greetings from
That's-
Detroit, Michigan, from Dr. Bob.
Right, Dr.
Hi,
Bob, how the
Dr.
devil
Bob.
are you? Right,
So
so
Senelia paints is what you. And there's 64 colours in the Senelia acrylic paint range, and that abstract range.
They make fabulous
looked at-
oil paints as well, if you're an artist. Of course.
Brian, if you could put, if I could, I'd put a link in. Roy, just message me, Roy, on Facebook, and I'll put it in. So I can't find the link for the set.
So first coat's just a dust coat, a keying coat, whatever you want to call it.
Frederick Day says he puts his aerosol cans in warm water
Yep.
for a while
Does
before
exactly-
using them.
yep.
Yeah,
Just-
that's good.
just-
Yep.
Just
Well done.
just increases the pressure in the can and keeps the particles. If the particles are too cold, they won't key together properly. So you can end up with white in, or you end up with orange peel because they're so cold it's not flowing properly. So it's just benefit
Yeah.
just to warm the can up a little bit.
Mark Harvey said the same thing. He puts his can in warm water for 10 minutes, helps the lacquer.
Yep.
Whatever you do not put them in the microwave.
Oh really?
Don't use a Bunsen burner on them or gas heater on them.
Just put them on
Don't
the
use-
stove like that.
Don't use a naked frame. Oh, there's
Stay on the
Susie, the Swiss
stove.
woodturner, has sent me the link.
That looks nice with a bit of lacquer over it. So
That's gorgeous.
we'll just give that a few seconds to flash off.
Can you give us a side view in it?
Side view, I certainly
Well, Hill has
can.
sent me the link.
Okay.
There's the 5 metallic ones. That's the one.
Yeah, that's magic. I like that.
Done.
This worked wonders.
There's always one in there with
Collins.
Ben.
Colin says, damn, that's stunning. Yeah. Put the can down in my pants for a few minutes. Does that melt it then?
Takes the paint off the outside of the can.
Roy sent you the link as well, but
Yep, he has. Yep. I'm on it. I'm all over it like a rash. Yeah, I can see with this work. Paste.
That's very impressive, Stephen.
Thank you, Terry.
No, it
Not
is.
working.
It's fab.
Looking forward to
Susie loves
trying.
it. She's looking stunning.
Thank you, Susie. Looking forward to trying this new lacquer from Martin. Apparently, you can get a perfectly high gloss in 2 to 3 coats. That'd be nice.
Old man River Woodturner's in. Sorry, late. Well, he didn't say sorry. He said, I'm late because I got done with turning 2x ornaments in the shop.
Don't worry about it, mate. You're here now. That's
Back of
all that
your
matters.
ear is brilliant. That's all. Benjamin wants to know if that top webcam, that top camera is a webcam, Steve.
No, it's not. It's a camcorder, to be honest, Ben.
The way the light's reflecting off that now is great from this camera angle.
Like I say, get another coat of lacquer on it, and then that can dry overnight. I don't want to put too much on it because obviously the paint is still quite green. So if I can get another coat on it tonight of lacquer, and then I'll leave it till tomorrow and give it another coat and leave it. Actually, perhaps get a couple of coats on it, and then I can polish it all off.
Hodgepodge Woodwork says, it's a shame that when you part it off, you have to
Drop it.
drop it through the finish. He's a toe raggedy.
That's all they come over for, is watch me drop stuff and go through the bottom of things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too long.
Yorkshire gets his first can of Doom bar opened.
Oh, link's too long. I can't get it to go into the chat.
What's
Colin
that
reckons
on?
it looks like metal.
Okay,
Is that on eBay or?
No, I can fix it now. It's okay. So I've got it.
Operator error. Sorry, Steve.
No, it's got the whole HD, PT, HT.
Oh, right.
PT,
Right, so-
it's rubbish at the front,
Light dust coat.
which I don't really need. That should do. It's quite a big link, but it's in. Let me just make sure it works.
Dr. Bob's got a good analogy. He says his sister is a professional artist and she sent him a variety of them. I'll take it the Senelia colours for his birthday. They're not cheap, but professionals don't look at the price tag, only the sale price of the finished piece. True.
Definitely.
I use Senelia paints when I do oil painting. They're amazing. And they're not cheap.
Paste. I'm just trying to get this link here myself now. So you
Copy
can
and paste it.
computer.
Copy and paste it over. Whoever's Andy, copy and paste it off the chat.
Yeah, that's what I've just done. It works if you copy and paste it. But I'm trying to get
Dave
a
thinks
smaller
you need a
link.
lid in the finial, Steve.
Stupid boy.
Stupid boy.
Oh, it's just the same link again.
Norman Greenwell's off to Specsavers. He says it's stunning, Steve.
Thank you very much.
I don't understand why that's not doing that.
Dara says you should nick an old pillow from the house, Steve.
What?
So you can drop it on it.
Yeah. I don't think Nick could go with that one.
Can you find that, Steve? Yeah,
I'm now looking for it. Right, I got it. I've got it.
I've got it as well, but I can't get the link to copy and paste it. Oh, Pete sent it to me as well.
Try that. Try that one, guys. I've just
That's
cut it
better.
down.
Anyway, willcoxsit.com.
Yeah, that's it. That's perfect, Steve. How did you get that to be
Just
shortlisted?
Get rid of all the crap other than the listing.
All right, okay.
At the top, yeah.
All right.
You don't read it, you see, Brian. You never read things. You just put it in.
Well, I just put it in. I just pasted it. Shut up, Terry.
All right, just checking. Checking to see if you're alert. And yes, we agree. You are alert.
My hot air gun keep going hot and cold. I think the thermostat inside it was a bit dodgy.
Elements packing up or something. Yeah, the thermostat's packing up.
Perhaps the 2 metal plates inside have got a bit of dust on them.
So how many coats have you put on that then, Steve?
This has had 2 coats so far. I'm going to put one more on it for tonight.
Yep.
So you can gradually see, you can see the shine starting to come in there.
And deeper in it. It's lovely.
So give them a can a good
Barry
shake.
Chit-
Make sure you shake your can up in between every coat.
Barry Chitty said that works, Steve. Done it for him.
Thank you very much. Right, so dust on there, bit on there, and then 2 coats, well, a forward and back coat. First coat to get a base on it, second coat a little bit slower to bring over a little bit thicker coat to bring your shine. So that's all that's going to get for tonight.
Yorkshire Get says Brian's not alert, he's aloof.
Not alert, he's aloof. He said.
Terry
Right.
Barter says, play nice.
No, he just can't. Technology is just too much for me.
Even
It's just
Terry.
like, whoosh, straight over my head.
It's like
good.
he'll get there eventually.
We'll do eventually. Robert says he can see pouches, the 120ml pouch for $6.44 on Amazon.
Right.
To be honest, that's a good price. 16, 17 quid for 5 colours. That's a good price, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
If you go back and check out the Easter egg I did a couple of years ago, that's done with those colours. That's what I actually bought them for. And that copper is a nice, real rich, pearly red. It's real nice colour.
It's hard to
Mark
get a
Harvey.
good red.
Yeah, it's not perfectly red.
Mark
It's a coppery red, but it's more like a rose gold than a red, really.
Mark Harvey says, so you can cut this back with a car polish after a day or 2.
Yes. What I will do is tomorrow I'll put another 3 coats on this tomorrow, and then what I'll do next Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I'll sand it back slightly with 600 grit, and then I'll just buff it up and polish it. And
you use 600. Oh,
yeah, 600 wet and dry.
I use 400.
Oh.
Works just the same.
What, wet and dry or normal?
No, just 400 grit.
No, I use wet and dry.
Clean it down with methylated spirits after I've sanded it, and then re-lacquer it.
Oh no, I won't put lacquer over the top of that.
That's what I do in
Robert-
between. That's what I do in between the lacquering coats, Steve.
Oh right.
Robert Bortwood says, good demo, Steve, thanks.
Thank you very much. Glad you
And
enjoyed.
then, once I've finished lacquering, I use Yorkshire grit microfine, and then the teacup scratch remover.
And Kev says it's £21 including postage, though. Well, that's a good price. If they last a long time.
They do last
Yeah.
a long while. Right. So I'm going to leave that now. That's going to, like I say, you can just see a little bit of a few
Lovely.
stipple marks in there. So another couple of coats on that, then cut it back with 600. That'll make it glass-like finish.
Yorkshire grit says that Yorkshire grit says microfine polishes lacquer well. It does indeed.
It does.
Kevin 9K Creation says, Steve, I'm still waiting for the wet and dry demo.
Steve Hales says, which lacquer? Universal or heavy duty?
No, I just use Halford's. Where is it gone?
Yeah,
Halford's,
Halford's clear lacquer.
Halford's clear lacquer. That's all I use.
Yep, that's what I use.
The reason I do wet and dry is because I don't know. I can never get a really good finish with the microfine, so I always go wet and dry it, and I get a better finish. So I do what's easiest for me.
That's fair enough.
Just like Brian doesn't use embellishing waxes anymore.
No, I use embellishing waxes. I don't use rainbow waxes.
Or rainbow waxes.
Rainbow
I
waxes.
can remember the name.
Rainbow waxes. I will crack those rainbow waxes.
Yeah.
when
Are they
when-
difficult to use then, or what?
No, they're not. I wouldn't say they're difficult. They're just different, aren't they? I mean, when we did
They dry very quick, Terry.
when we did this bit the other week, they came out really well on that
Yeah.
Good.
because they're blotchy and they're not. But when I did that Monday Night Live and we was just playing around, when Emma came in and said to use Wax 22 to blend them better, that worked really,
Yeah.
really well. But you know what I
Yorkshire
mean?
says you're sacked, Steve.
Too late, Glenn.
Yeah, too late for that one, Glenn.
He
can't-
resigned.
You can't pull that card now.
You're retired now, Glenn. Don't forget.
So just wash my airbrush out quickly. But yeah, I use Halford's car lacquer. It's cheap, and it's you get, like any of them. I use about a tin per project, but I do put anywhere between 12 and 14 coats on, depending on obviously the size of the piece. It's depending how much you use really, but I think what are they, about 10, 11 quid a tin?
Yeah, something like
Mark
that.
Harvey said, "Do they yellow at all
Nope.
after time?"
No,
Nope.
because what I do, the final coat I put on, always put car polish on it, which has got UV protector in it. And most lacquers now got a UV protector in them anyway.
Yep.
Roy
Right, the boy
found
says
a
he's just
cheaper
found the
version.
same set for £1 cheaper in the shop, a art shop in Skipton. Wonders in the range sell them. They have lots of good paints in the range.
Do they do abstract paint?
Well, I don't know. They have a huge art section, but
Frederick Day says that he can never get his embellishing waxes to dry properly. Any advice, Steve?
You can't get them to dry properly. They will take 48 hours to dry. They won't dry instantly. See, I've never had that problem.
the Woodward Leonard's just come up with a good theory. I never thought of this one. He says, you only sold it, Glenn, so you don't have to listen to Joe singing. maybe there's truth in that.
She may still sing.
So, Frederick, perhaps you're putting it on too thick, mate. Perhaps you're putting it on too thick, because the idea is you only want to be filling in the grain of the piece. So, on a piece like this, blow dust out of it. On a piece like this, you only put a small amount on because you're only filling that real fine grain.
Soft part.
Yeah. So try not putting so much on, and then when you work it in really, really well, and then spend a bit of time removing every bit and keep going over it until there's no more embellishing wax coming off on your cloth. And try that. Like I say, normally I would embellish a piece, and if I'm waxing it, I'm spraying it, lacquering it. I normally lacquer it within 12 hours. So don't normally have a problem. I've not had that one.
Maybe he's putting on too thick.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. Or it's cold in his workshop.
Yep.
Because there's no real solvent in them, is there? So.
Yorkshire guest just said, Andy, you should, if you could see Joe's face right now, you're in so much trouble, Andy.
Well, Dr. Bob says if that, taking about the piece you got now, was an urn with a sealable top, that would sell for between $950 and $1,120.
Well, I'll make 10 and send them over to you, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sealable top is the hard bit, I think, isn't it?
Nothing that glue will seal it.
Frederick says he's going to try that, Steve. So.
Oh, hope it works, mate. Like I say, I've never had that problem.
Are you parting this off, or you just go stand and look at it?
I think I'm just standing tomorrow.
Oh no, you're leaving it because you lock it. Yeah,
look at it.
He's doing it again tomorrow.
Again.
I'll bring you guys back.
I just wanted to see it standing up. Is what I wanted to.
Well, I'll put the camera on the side, shall I?
Right, go ahead.
What he meant really, he just want to see you drop it.
No, I didn't. I just wanted to see it standing up. So
you're worrying me.
I'll get it finished for Sunday.
You can just unscrew it from the chuck.
Oh, for God's sake.
Leave it on the chuck, unscrew it and stand it up so we can see it.
I get fingerprints on it, Oosby.
Alright, don't bother, just leave it.
No, I don't want you moaning.
Oh, leave it with it.
I
don't want you bloody moaning.
No, don't, Steve, don't.
Just leave it there, Steve.
Don't take it off, Steve.
I'm just winding you up, buddy.
Yeah, come in, Brian.
As you do.
Come in, Brian. Have a bit of fun. Have a bit of fun on Friday night. Wine, Steve.
Oh, that's what you said. It's all about the fun.
Finish it properly.
Yeah, finish it properly. Never worry about us. We don't mind.
There you go. That's a good idea. Look, Tim's come up there for a sealable lid. Steve, 3D print a threaded part. Cut the recess. Glue them into the boss. and we create.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
That is a good idea.
Brilliant idea. That's Buddy Range.
That's my
threaded
retirement.
item,
That's my retirement
matching
fund. That is.
pair, insert
Threaded
next
lids.
Yeah.
Threaded lids, yep.
Well, you could do threaded
Hey,
rings.
careful what you're saying.
A pair in a regular thread, and then people could glue it in.
Well, that's what I think he means. I think that's what he means.
Good idea.
You make
That's exactly what he means.
Royalties are on the way, Tim. Royalties are on the way.
Good idea, that is, Tim. Very good idea.
Oh, spider thread's in. Hi, spider thread.
Yeah, he says excellent, Steve.
Must have missed you coming in earlier, sir.
Spider sped. How you doing? Thank you very much.
Spider.
You'll take 40%. I'll give you 10 and be happy.
You'll get 3% and like it.
Shit, like it. Look at Pete, he's winding Glyn up again. Look, until I finish the current stock of Yorkshire grit, I will continue to message Joe to sing each time I do it.
I think I'll do the same thing, Pete. I think that's a brilliant idea.
That's why Glyn don't have his hearing aids. That's why Glyn don't want hearing aids.
Shh, don't mention the hearing aid.
Oh,
Don't
sorry,
mention
sorry.
it.
Sorry.
Oh,
Don't mention
God,
it.
you won't be done.
got
by-
it?
What?
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
What?
The I think the appointment's next week. I think.
Right. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming over and joining us. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks to the new people in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah,
welcome.
Welcome,
And, I
everybody.
hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please come back for the next one. So
Come and join us later in the week,
yeah, I'll be back
Sunday.
Sunday lunchtime.
Sunday.
So
Sunday.
yeah, we'll I'll be finishing off the year, and I have actually pared it off now because I wanted it out of the lathe, and I've made a handle for it. But like Terry said earlier, obviously with a handle you don't need feet on it. So
Oh, Dr. Bob has shot you in the foot here a bit, maybe. He says, for urns, I use a PVC pipe fittings for the lid. Cost $4.75.
that's all right. I'll do them for $3.50.
Yeah, but PVC pipe fittings, well, it depends on the size you want. You might want
That's
a
true.
2-inch or 1-inch.
So anyway, I don't know what I'm doing Sunday. I was going to finish the urn off, but obviously I finished it. So I'll find something else to do. So
Oh, it's got a handle on it.
I've got a handle on. I've just done it. Just show.
Did you make a metal handle?
Yes. Didn't you watch? Don't you?
Why didn't
Steve,
you turn one?
Alex Beresford says, excellent viewing.
Thank you very
Steve,
much,
I'll be
Alex. Well, on your way out, mate, if you really enjoyed
Thank
it,
you, Alan.
hit that thumbs up.
back. Yeah, hit the thumbs.
That was Alan,
Give
not
Steve
Alex.
the
Thank you very
love.
much, Alan.
Sorry, Alan. Sorry, my smart glasses.
So anyway, I've finished
It's
my
just your brain.
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
So I will perhaps be doing.
Cauldron.
So I'll perhaps be doing something different. Something. Don't know. I might do a bowl. Actually,
I've sent you the photos of my cauldron.
I know yours ain't got a handle on it.
No, because it's got feet.
I haven't
It's
got a
got
rim on it
feet.
either.
Well, the new one has a rim on it now.
Oh,
Gareth.
you're a new one, yeah. Yeah. Right, okay.
See, they're all saying it needs
So I
legs.
managed
See,
to
they're
see
all
you
saying it
break
needs
the rim.
legs.
Mine's got legs.
Doesn't necessarily.
Terry said if it's got a handle, it don't need legs. If it's got legs, it don't need a.
It hangs
Mine
up
has got a witch
over
as
a
well,
fire,
stirring the pot.
or it hangs on a tripod over a fire. They got a handle, got legs. it
But what I
stands
could
over.
start on Sunday is that massive cherry bowl.
Oh, you could, yeah.
That's a good idea. You could rough that out.
So I've got this piece of cherry.
Yeah.
Can we see the piece of cherry?
Yeah, I'm not going to get
Is
it.
it handy?
I'm not going to get it.
It's massive.
So I've got this small piece of
Good
cherry.
man. Oh, that's not that big. Oh,
Well,
it is that big.
It's from
6
my
8 inches
lathe.
deep.
True.
So it's Oh, I might have to cut it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's 13 inches across. By
Good night, Alan. Alan,
night, Alan. Thanks for coming over, mate. Hope you
Beres
enjoyed.
Croft is leaving.
And it's 6.5 inches deep. So last one I turned out of
That's
last
a big
one I
project.
turned out of this, I turned a sink for my mate for his camper van. So
Oh, yeah.
so I'm going to do I was going to do a sink for my own bathroom, but Nick's not happy with that. She don't want I don't want a bloody wooden sink. So I think I might start that, but I think I'll have to put a faceplate on there to be a bit secure.
Yeah.
But obviously
I use faceplate, yeah.
that
You could rough it out.
so
it would be
that'll
nice.
obviously be a 2-week project. That won't be all done in 1 week, but or 3, whatever
3.
long it takes. But we will see. So yes, I will.
Good.
I think I'll
Look
do
forward to
that
that.
rather than the cauldron. So I'll change the listing for the cauldron, the hashtag for the. Oh, I'll change the listing for Sundays, and it will be that because I think it was Susie who said that would be good to see it done. So we'll do that.
I have a large piece of walnut that I'm going to turn on
Oh,
Monday.
did you hear that, Ben? Walnut.
Monday.
Monday night.
I thought you was not doing Mondays no more.
I'm doing this Monday.
All right.
We're doing Thursdays. You just can't get away, Brian. can
There's
you?
no club
just
meeting.
can't
There's no
leave.
club meeting this.
You
Listen,
can't leave it.
there's no
I
club
know,
meeting
you
this
just
Monday.
Can't leave it.
Is there?
No.
So I'm going to do Mondays when there's not a 360 club meeting.
All right. Okay. So it's every other week, then, isn't it? Really?
So every other week, basically.
Okay. Okay. Right. Let's go then. Right. Thank you very much for everybody for coming over. Have a great weekend. Don't forget.
Oh, we're going, are we? Oh.
All right. No, we'll stay. Brian wants to stay. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Just leave Brian there, Steve will go.
You could. Pete from Trusted Tree says you could go. You could true it up on your new bandsaw, Steve.
Yeah, I wish. I wish, Pete.
You just have to go and fetch it from
Yeah,
Terry's.
I wish. I wish. That cost me more in diesel to get there and back. I might as well use a handsaw.
Just as well. Or you could drive up with it, Steve, and I'll do it for you, and then
Yeah,
you can take it
Colin
home again.
says he's got a piece of 11 by 4 piece. It's the biggest piece so far for my little lathe. Oh, good luck with that, Colin.
Definitely.
Well, you got to have
Yep.
a go sometime, Colin. So
Just slow,
keep at
innit?
it, mate.
Slow.
Yeah,
Just take your time, yeah.
take your time. No rushing.
No, he's not. He comes from down
Oh,
south somewhere.
Robert Broadwood says, how do you pick up the pot without a handle?
You would lift the
You
cold.
do it like Grasshopper did. Danny, you can remember that far back.
Yeah.
That was David Carroll Jesus.
David Carradine.
That's Caroline.
Caroline.
Yeah.
Caradine.
Right, let's go. We're born.
William Kenny says, great.
All right,
thanks.
we're boring.
Bye-bye,
We're
everyone.
born, everybody.
Bye,
now.
William.
Right, guys. Thank you very much. Don't get Wayne's on tomorrow night, and I will be back
Yes.
Sunday. Brian will be back Monday. Terry's Monday lunchtime. Ooh.
Monday's lunchtime, yes,
Ooh.
for Terry.
Well, unless Pete decides
No,
he's
you're
doing
doing
it
it,
instead of
Terry.
me.
Stop trying to back out of it. You're doing
The
it.
temporary Turner is back.
Temporary
Temporary
Terry.
Terry has returned. So anyway, guys.
You should do Tuesdays. Temporary Terry on Tuesday.
Right, guys. Thank you very much for coming over. I hope you've enjoyed. Take care. Speak to you soon. And bye for now. Have a great weekend. Say bye, guys.
Bye,
everybody.
everybody. Bye,
Thanks for coming in.
guys.
Thanks for coming in. Bye.
That's all, folks.